Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a new Kentucky law seeks to make it easier for people who are homeless to get another start at life. And Governor Andy Beshear hopes to see some positive impacts of sports betting before the new NFL season even begins.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Brandon Robinson. It is Monday, April the 10th, and we are glad you are with us this morning. Let's start with a look at your forecast as you get out the door this morning. And current conditions, not too bad out there. It's a bit on the chilly side, though. That's one of the things we're watching out there as we look from the studios here at WYMT this morning. Our camera there showing up those temperatures again in the 30s and 40s. Not quite the 20s just yet, but Monticello is close there at 30, 37 in London, 37 in Williamsburg. Continuing to watch again the possibility for that colder air in place as we start the daytime hours off. All right, looks like the warmest spot in the region, a couple of them there, 48 Jackson and 48 Moorhead, but a lot of folks there in the 30s. So there is a frost advisory in effect for most of the region until 9 o'clock this morning. So give yourself an extra couple of minutes to get those cars warmed up or scraped off as you head out the door. And speaking of out the door, the outdoor forecast features lots of sunshine, great conditions today, and temperatures will be topping out right around the 70-degree mark. Somebody may make it, but the official forecast high is 69. All right, back to news this morning. 2 people have been arrested in connection to a Powell County death investigation. Kentucky State Police were called out to the Frames Branch Road in the Hardwicks community area early Sunday following a report of a stabbing. When troopers arrived, they found a man dead inside the home from a single stab wound. He was identified as 29-year-old Jason Smith. Just before 2:30 Sunday afternoon, police arrested Devin Hall and charged him with murder. They also arrested 56-year-old Tanya McKinney. She is being charged with complicity for tampering with evidence and abuse of a corpse. They are both being held at the Powell County Detention Center. Back here closer to home, officials with the Perry County Sheriff's Office are investigating after shots were allegedly fired from a car on Sunday. Deputies said they responded to the right fork of Maces Creek near Rooster Road on Sunday afternoon. They said several shots were fired from a silver car. They added the man inside the car, or there was a man inside the car, and he was wearing a hoodie. There were no reports of injuries or property damage. If you have any information, you can call Perry County Dispatch at 606-436-5464. Lawmakers here in Kentucky are reacting to the expulsion of 2 representatives in the Tennessee House. Kentucky senators and representatives joined rallies and protests outside the Capitol against anti-LGBTQ bills recently. It came with heated debates from both sides of the aisle. Democratic Senator Reggie Thomas gave us his comments about the legislative process as it unfolded down in Tennessee.
There's no room anymore, no tolerance for bigotry or hatred or prejudice in government. I mean, we saw that here in Kentucky this time. Already federal laws are being proposed that would neutralize what we did here in Kentucky on the anti-trans level.
Senator Thomas says although he was in disbelief when he first saw the 2 representatives expelled, he was not surprised. A new Kentucky law makes it easier for the homeless to get IDs to get a state-issued ID. Governor Andy Beshear signed House Bill 21 on Saturday. The bill allows a person without a permanent address to submit a form signed by the shelter, healthcare facility, or other social service agency to get a personal ID card. They can use the ID to apply for housing and get jobs.
This legislation is another step to help Kentuckians get back on their feet. And with us coming into Easter, with it being Good Friday, what an incredible bill designed to help the lost, the lonely, and the left behind.
So House Bill 21 is a great tool that we're giving to our service providers to get people into housing. It's really opening the door for people to be in charge of their own destiny and move towards a better future.
Small correction there. I believe that bill was signed on Friday during the Team Kentucky update. House Bill 21 allows a homeless person older than 16 to apply for an ID without a parent's permission. Starting in July 2025, a person without a permanent address will be charged just $5 for an ID card. Governor Beshear also says he wants to see a sports betting program started in the state before the start of the upcoming NFL season. Lawmakers assigned the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission to regulate sports betting operations. That new law will allow Kentucky's horse racing tracks to be licensed as sports betting facilities and to work with sports betting apps like FanDuel or DraftKings. The governor says having sports betting ready by September would mean big money for the state.
The people are really excited about this, so we want to get it up and going as quickly as we can, but also to do it right. I can't tell you I have a date. I would really like to have it ahead of that first NFL game, knowing that that is a big starting date for people.
Governor Beshear says the Racing Commission will model Kentucky's system based off the best practices used in other states. The start of sports betting depends on when regulations are fully set. Here in our region, the July flood took a physical and mental toll on people throughout eastern Kentucky. The past 8 months seemed to be a blur for some people working it nonstop. Many organizations have worked around the clock to help those in need. The Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky sent flood relief checks to thousands of people. Chief Operating Officer Kristen Collins says that she's been in the autopilot setting as the recovery continues.
The last 8 months for me particularly has been like bits and pieces is what I remember. I recently went back through my email from July forward, and I don't remember half the work that got done.
The Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky partnered with housing nonprofits in the region for a Housing Can't Wait campaign after the flood. Multiple homes have been built since for flood survivors. Meanwhile, the city of Hyden has made tourism its focus in recent years, and now officials say a new attraction will help continue this mission even further. Next week, the Leslie County RV Park will officially open, offering 27 acres where people can park their RVs, 250 acres of land for people to take their ATVs through, and a lazy river along with several other features.
We've made a very large investment here with the lazy river, with the trail system. I plan to be here long term, basically just continuing to build this. The little store that we're standing at right now, it's going to be a little community camp store, going to sell ice, different food things, but my whole goal for being here is to promote events.
City officials say the RV park and everything it has to offer will create an economic upswing for the county. There will be an opening event for the park on the property Friday, April 21st, beginning at 3 p.m. Hundreds of teens and young adults from Lexington made their way to UK during the weekend in hopes of finding a summer job. Partners for Youth works to promote positive youth development and prevent juvenile delinquency. The program provides workforce training opportunities for 300 Lexington youths. Students attended the career fair meeting with staff from different work sites and filled their applications out, selecting their top 5 career choices. Then they'll be matched to a job for this summer.
And hopefully what they gain from this experience is not only the path they want to take for their future, but also just something for them to learn from this summer's, a great experience they take with them.
The Summer Youth Job Training Program lasts 6 weeks. Youth workers will start their new jobs on June the 12th. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News This Morning. Just ahead, makers of some popular candies and snacks could be forced to change their recipes as California lawmakers express concerns about certain ingredients. And after a very nice Easter, we're looking at some nice days ahead. How long will they last? I'll have the answer in about 3 minutes.